Beware of Internet Reverse Psychology Operations, written by Daniel J. Tozzi. Psychology operations are also known as PSYOPs. PSYOPs are so amazingly effective that once they are unleashed on the unsuspecting public, they start having a momentum of their own. The purpose of PSYOPs is to disempower humanity. Once you start feeling powerless, you give up and accept the results of the PSYOPs. Very few people in the world will ever know or understand what PSYOPs are and how they affect all of us. But it is imperative, very important, that you share the information you are about to learn with everyone. This article may be the only one ever written to warn the people about this. So if you are fortunate enough to read this, then please understand that you must share this fortune of knowledge with everyone. A PSYOP can also be named a web of deceit, especially since they are found and spread on the Internet's World Wide Web of deceit. The reverse psychology PSYOPs are so effective because good-intentioned people who are usually known as druthers are actually giving the PSYOPs its effectiveness. Truthers will unknowingly spread the Internet virus known as PSYOPs. The truthers will learn the so-called hidden truths and will spread them. Long ago I wrote, beware of the Internet troll and beware of the fake truther sites. So this article is going to fit or enhance your understanding of mass mind manipulation. There are many truthers that have purely good intentions. The real truthers usually end up very confused and bewildered as they learn and spread the knowledge of the workings of the evils on this planet. The real truthers know that their intentions are good and honorable and for the good of humanity's future. But they wonder why it appears that their efforts are unproductive and fruitless. So I am about to explain this psychology to you in very simple English. After you have finished reading this, you will look at information you get from the Internet in a very different and enlightened way. You will for the first time in your life truly be empowered. For truth is empowering and knowing what to do with knowledge is wisdom. The professional operators of PSYOPs really know what they are doing. So you do need to know what they are doing and how they do it to you. The article I am writing here is empowering you. PSYOPs never empower you. I know this applies to you, for you would not be reading this if you were not wise and seeking knowledge. Do not worry. I will not let you down. Internet PSYOPs are backed by very powerful entities that have no limits to their technology and resources. What I am about to tell you is going to really shock you and surprise you. I will now give you very well-known examples of PSYOPs websites. Remember that people on these sites are often themselves victims of the PSYOPs operations. These sites are just a few examples. Have you heard of Jesse Ventura, Alex Jones and WikiLeaks, or Anonymous? These are just a few examples. After I explain to you how PSYOPs work and what their purpose is, you will then be able to know and see when you are being PSYOPted. PSYOPs sites give the impression that the truths they are revealing to you are important and that you need to know these supposed truths. They also give you the impression that what you are being told has been achieved and that there is nothing you can do about it, so that you will just give up in desperation. But please understand that you by yourself have little power. But if everyone learns what I am writing here, then you will be empowered for the New World Order. Only fear is one thing. They fear people power. If all the people start being unselfish and share the wisdom I am now sharing with you, then the PSYOPs operations will become powerless. But in reality, the more you listen to these PSYOPs sites, the more disempowered you become and the easier it is for the social engineers to control you and most of humanity. If you read my other article entitled The Web of Deceit, you will get a better understanding and more knowledge on how to empower yourselves. I will start with WikiLeaks. WikiLeaks has to be one of the best examples of reverse psychology and a web of deceit combined. The individual always falls for the mind trap. There you hear and find an overwhelming amount of so-called truths. That is the reverse PSYOPs trap. You go to the site and thinking you are learning all these secrets. Like all PSYOPs, yes, they are filled with real truths. I will give you a simple example on how this works. Most people, when they are told a story, if they hear a real truth in the story, they immediately begin to drop their defenses and start to believe that if they hear truth, then the source can be trusted. But the PSYOPs is even more devious than that. The PSYOPs of today are telling you about horrible events, new draconian evil laws, overwhelming corruption of civilization itself. So then the trap has worked. You can tell when you are a victim of a PSYOP by getting the overwhelming feeling of powerlessness. You then truly believe that all the horrible things you are being told are already done and that there is nothing you can do about it. You then retreat away from your computer and have to go try to find some peace of mind. But you cannot lose that sensation of powerlessness. The PSYOP is so effective that you then may even give up on the idea of ever again going to the internet to seek truth of all the problems you see unfolding on this planet. When WikiLeaks or Alex Jones tells you that some people have taken over your country, your laws, your courts, that you are being poisoned, that the New World Order and the United Nations have the Agenda 21 of depopulating the world, etc., you really give up. A PSYOP operation's intentions is to have you peacefully just give up your humanity, your freedoms, your rights, and possibly even your life as those who are fooled into joining the New World Order's military destruction machine do. Do not get me wrong about the military. For I know that most people in the military are also good people. They just do not know that an evil PSYOPs operation has fooled them in the general public that the military do only good deeds for the good of humanity. Most people today and those in the military now realize that something is very wrong with those who give the orders to do evil. Those giving the evil orders are the ones I am writing this article about. Please understand, each and every one of us are equals. No one, be it a general, a doctor, a priest, a president, or anyone else, are any more important than anyone else. Today this world is under the control and manipulations of what has long ago been termed a pyramid scheme. Look that up online and you will quickly understand that anyone who enters into a pyramid scheme does so because they think they will prosper and that someday they will get to the top. What everyone fails to understand is that there is only one on top and the rest trying to climb to the top just get crushed and wiped out. Pyramid schemes only serve those on top. If your society is based on a pyramid scheme, then you have never known freedom and have never been free. Ever. Look at the back of the American $1 note. You will see the Illuminati pyramid. Remember that the Federal Reserve is owned by members of secret societies, the Illuminati. WikiLeaks is just a huge web of deceit trap. All you need to do is understand that truth is absolute and that the further you go from truth, the sooner you arrive at the opposite absolute, being total insanity. Also that truth is not a fact, an idea, an opinion, or anything except a way of thinking. For truth is only alive until the second you stop seeking it and speaking it. Truth is an action. It only exists when you act on truth. Truth ceases to exist the second you stop acting on it. That is why I am an activist. I have been asked why do I always speak the truth. I always thank them for asking and then tell them that it is because I refuse to be insane. You will one day understand that real activists are always very wonderful and beautiful people. For all real truthers know that true happiness can only come from sharing love. A truther also knows that love cannot exist in the absence of truth. So the truth of the matter is, and the only thing that matters and makes life worth living and empowers us all, is sharing love. Love is why I love truth, for the two are one and the same. So do not ever give up seeking truth. Just remember how PSYOPs work and how they are designed to make you feel and believe that you are powerless and weak. The simple solution to life is to live for love of life and not love of money and power. My solution to the problems we face today is to put all the financial criminals in prison and return the power of money back to we the people. For money has no value until someone has worked for it. The Federal Reserve, being the first corporation on earth, is robbing all of us. The Federal Reserve and all the other offshoot private banks are creating their money out of thin air. So these secret society members are destroying all that is beautiful and worth loving. The banksters are insane from the power of money. The banksters will remain insane until they stop hiding behind the beautiful cover they created with their fake money. Everyone needs to look behind the corporate image mask of evil and see that they are crime syndicates. All corporations were created as an offshoot of the first corporation. A corporation is structured to be a crime syndicate. Conspiracies are real. I'll prove it. All corporations are conspiracies against free peoples. To be permitted into the workings of a corporation, you have to sign your conspiracy agreement. Yes, that agreement is called a secrecy non-disclosure agreement. You agree to conspire against everyone and all the people's governments. You agree never to tell anyone of the evils and wrongdoings your corporation does, even if that corporation is destroying everything that is natural and beautiful. The corporations have taken over our societies and our very governments. When they did, they wrote many of their corporate laws and told us they were lawful laws of we the people, such as the laws that say that corporations have all the rights of personhood but none of the responsibility. Also, there are other law that says that no corporation can be held liable, responsible, or even be sued. That again is not true. Laws in a free and open society are only created with the consent of the people. Otherwise they are not lawful laws. Corporations are only held to one law, the law they created. That law states that all corporations have to only have one interest, that being to make profits for its shareholders. Those shareholders are mostly secret society members. Our society has become so corrupted that today it is estimated that 60% of society are members of a secret society. Please read my other article entitled Creation of First Corporation to get more understanding. Secret societies, secrets in governments, and any other structures of secrecy should never be permitted in a free and open society. Secrecy always leads to a sick society, as secrecy is the same as avoiding truth. Remember what I said before? The opposite of truth is insanity. So today we the people have given up our civilization to insanity. We have left the insane in charge of our lives. Only truth will set us free of the evil in control today, and that today is unfortunately the biggest secret of all. Do not let absolute truth be a secret. Share the love that comes from caring about truth. And then one day we may meet, and when we do, I will always give you a loving smile. Beware of Internet Reverse Psychology Operations, written by Daniel J. Tozzi. Psychology operations are also known as PSYOPs. PSYOPs are so amazingly effective that once they are unleashed on the unsuspecting public, they start having a momentum of their own. The purpose of PSYOPs is to disempower humanity. Once you start...
Thank you for listening. I'm getting a computer to read this because I have difficulty in breathing. As some of you might know, that I've been pretty seriously injured. It takes a long time to record these things this way, but I think it's more enjoyable and you can understand it better. Please pass this information on to everyone. Thank you. And God be with you.